トラ吉です。第2回目やっていきます。前回は殺人現場になったところを探索していくつかのヒントを見つけて、で現場となったお店の外に出て八百屋のおばちゃんに話を聞きに行ったところ、怒られちゃったっていうところで終わってます。で、いきます。
Nothing to say.
まだ怒ってますね。仕方がない。
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
これも昨日と変わります。喋る人はとりあえずこれぐらいしかいない。
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
ニースが
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
被害者の姪っ子さんが戻ってきたみたいです。バックドショップって言ってたので、お店のバックヤードにいるってことなのかな。あ、声が聞こえる。ここにいない。遺体は片付けられてますね。
There are cigarette packets in a mess on the shelf. Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
姪っ子さん来る前に遺体は片付けられていたみたいですね。泣いてる。
Is her grief sincere?
悲しんでる。ハンカチーフ。喪に服してるというか。
She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
話を聞きましょう。Ask about her relationship with her. おばとの関係を聞く。Demand that she stop crying. 彼女を泣き止ませる。
Stop crying, please. It is very annoying.
You don't understand. My aunt was the only family I had.
これはひどいね。あれは失敗しました。deduce the...
Your aunt did not have any children. Is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Ask if かわいそうなおばさま、旦那はもうダメよみたいなこと言ったのかな。Ask if Alice was afraid of her husband. Ask if she ever heard their husband go through with his thoughts.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Say that divorce will have been a solution.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
彼女は元気ですかって聞いたら、喉をあたりを患っていて、ロンドンの病院にかかっていたと言っています。Ask if her aunt had reason to have her husband. Ask if friends for her give him. If friends forced her to give him money. Ask if her aunt had a reason to have her husband.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was a husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle.
今日はなんでそんな悪い男なのに
Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jeff says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
New projection find France を探せ。インフォメーションあれでワールド。Find France Asher からダメを探せ。
I've finished with this subject.
そうだね、終わったよね。
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
そうだったね。推理しますか。推理2ついけるかな。 When she was killed アッシャー夫人が殺された時、彼女は何をしていたか。何をしていたか。店番じゃない。これは何。Look at murder on the shelf. She had just one with the back of the head. 違うのか。The cigarette packet near the victim's hand. で、Axe in the mud on the shelf. 違うのかな。来た。She was taking a pocket of cigarettes from the shelf.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
今日は殺された時は、仕事して、タバコのケースを取ろうとしていたことですね。で、見なかった。Can we establish the time range during which ミセス・アーシャーがキルされた時系列を組み立てていこう。まだこれが見つけられてないですね。
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
彼が起きる方法を見つけよう。なんかあるかな。
A box of new stockings. It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting.
あ、なんか喋ってたな。
Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
旦那にお金を渡していた。他にあるかな。The object find ways. Some object in your inventory. Accuse her Alice あったが殺人犯じゃないかって。セリング。要は悪い果物。
Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Ask for more X.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
アリスはこのおばちゃんにからストロベリーを買って、カウンターに置いた後すぐ出てった。6時半にはもう出てったみたいなことを言ってるのと、あとは嘘ついたら牢屋に入れられるよって言ったら正直に話すようになった。Ask if she was alive. Ask what she saw in the tobacco shop.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
聞けることはこれで全部かな。 要はまあなんていうか、殺されちゃった女の人はよく咳き込んでたからその声がよく聞こえたっていうのと、ポアロさんからじゃあ誰が犯人だと思うって聞かれたら、旦那だよ、旦那外国人だから、あ、ごめんなさいポアロさん、あなたも外国人だからね。ポアロさんフランス人なんで、でもとりあえず旦那はドイツ人だから、だから怪しいと言ってる外国人嫌いの八百屋のおばちゃんってことが分かりました。これはなんか
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
どうやって起こすか分かった。Can we establish the time range during with Mr. Kill? おばさんがAnybody did not see anybody in the shop PM. わかんない。違う。Later signed and she just wondered back her head. No railway guy. Parts are counter. あれ Can we establish the time range? その後アリサ・サワーズ・キルビット5時半から11時の間夜までに Can we reduce the time range and why? 5時から11時だとまあ犯行時刻がちょっと長いからもう少し狭めようってことだよね。5時半から6時 Because of the corner New object だよしよしよし、いい感じですね。よし、じゃあ臭いやつを買わせに行きましょうか。へい、おっちゃん、これを買わないかい？ひどいよね。
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
犯行時刻が5時から6時の間に狭まりました。
This man is in rather a bad state. This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
アルコール臭い。
Care for a cigarette, monsieur?
What's that? Scented cigarettes? No thanks.
タバコ屋
Yeah,
さん。
I was trying to be friendly, but you are quite right. Let us get down to business. You threatened to kill your wife, and now she is dead.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
とりあえず
You can't have treated her very well for her to run away.
No, sir, no. I wouldn't say I'd ever laid a finger on her, but it was only normal. She was my wife.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
Make fun of him being
Asha, look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
アリバイを主張しました。6時に街の端っこにいたと。
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events. The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
まあもし旦那が犯人だったらレジのお金に手がついてないことがおかしいから今は
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
容疑者が誰もいないっていう
The
話
crime
を
was
して
committed by a
ロンド
man
ン
of
に戻って
medium
きた
height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
New read the letter 手紙を読む
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored. No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
すごいね日本側がめっちゃ
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
Daily Flicker
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
新聞の記事にはそう書いてある
It is not the right time.
まだその時間ではないじゃあどこに行くのさじゃあちょっとまた鏡見てる好きね
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The Andover affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
お、挑戦状が届いた。どうだったこの回は
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Thinking.
Let us examine this more closely.
似てるね。あ、Best Wishes to Kind Regards になってる。
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
似てるよね。
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Let us examine the characters in this word.
なるほど。似てる用語を探すの
Yes, the A. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
A B を探せ。
Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this. I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word.
Another word.
Let us examine the characters.
これかな。
No, this character does not. Let us examine the characters in this word.
違うの。
The W is not printed properly. However, the characters in the two words do not match.
ね、違うよね。
Let us examine the characters in this word.
他の愛か。愛だ。
Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
え、まだあんの？変わっているところ？あと変わっているところって何？じゃあ。
Let us examine the characters in this word. Nothing to report for these characters. Let us examine another word.
違うの？
Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word.
わかんない。
Let us examine the characters in this word.
Crazy time. W か。これじゃない。違う。W だから What の W が欠けてるから。
The W is
これ
not
いいんじゃ
print.
ない？
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
同じタイプライターから出てるということが分かったよね。
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What special about the Andover murder? 何が特徴だ的だったのか。The first victim was called これだよね。Andover was Archer started with the letter A. What can we guess about the next victim? Next victim name may start with the letter B. B から始まる人。
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Chapa will explain there.
Leave. Why we ここから離れるのかな。じゃあ出ますか。ここ気持ちよさそう。いいなあ。曲線のある家とかっていいよね。
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
スコットランドヤードのところに行く時間が聞いたよ。
To Scotland Yard, please.
で、スコットランドヤード、please。スコットランドヤードに来ましたよ。なんか、書いた。話を先に聞きましょうか。忙しそうだけど。じゃあ、刑事かな。
Jap appears to be snowed under.
わあ、書類がいっぱい。電話が鳴るのうるさい
Jap
から。
appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
The Mori is unpredictable. The next victim name will start with a B.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
コレクトエゴポイント。エゴポイントが貯めていけっていうことですね。
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
新しい事件が。ヤングウーマン、若い女性が亡くなったみたいですね。
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot.
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
はい。ということで、キリがいいので、今回はここまで。次回はベックスヒルでの殺人事件を追っていきます。それではまた次回。